Hello and welcome back, Chaska, Minnesota. We are live with the women's third draw of the Club National Tournament Championship. We have a good one lined up here on sheet 4. We got Team Conrad out of the Grand National Curling Club, Charlotte, North Carolina, taking on Team Yaple from Chicago Curling Club. So, of course, with the ongoing theme with all these games, of course, I'm going to chop the names. So if we do have a live chat and you are familiar with the teams, feel free to chime in and correct me as I pronounce them wrong. We are into the Leeds Rocks here, the second for Conrad, Madeline Krautzik. Although that is not what the jersey says on the back, so I hope I have the right names. I'm going to go with it.
I have to hit stop,
Yes. Yaple out of Chicago Curling Club with their lead, Carrie Myers. Nice little tuck delivery. Rock is out of the hand. Sweepers are on it right away, trying to bury behind their corner if possible. Sweepers are trying to carry it as far as they can. We already do got some chat going, which is great. Thanks for the help. Team Conrad is from Charlotte. I believe the club, what I had written down in my notes, was the Grand National Curling Club. I could be wrong on that. A lot of my information, a big shout out to the website Stones and Stripes, Ben Hoppy, for writing up a couple good articles on the both men's and women's Club National Tournament. So if you are looking for more information about the team, I would suggest going to that, Stones and Stripes. So the first rock of the second for Team Conrad is out of the hand. Looks to be a little heavy. Conrad's got a couple rocks set up in the center here. Does drift back to that back 8. Skip Haley Yaple looking to do some peeling right away. 5 rocks are played, so it is open for peels. Kaylee Meyer out of the hack. Beautiful delivery. Rock seems to be pretty close. She does get the peel. So job well done for Kaylee in her first. Okay, so I definitely did have the lead's name wrong on Team Conrad. So on my notes I have Madeline Krautzik, but they must have somebody else playing because I see Pelletier on the back of her jersey. Nonetheless, this is Julie Ann Delabovi coming out of the hack, second for Team Conrad. Oh yeah, I should announce myself. I'm not good at that. My name's Niles Lewin. We are live in Chaska. We are at the Chaska Curling Club in the Crooked Pint, watching some good curling. So haven't got a good chance to keep eyes on this team. They've kind of been playing away from sheet 4. I'm sticking to sheet 4, so this will be fun to see these two teams. I do see some club champion patches on the Chicago jackets, so we have some reigning champions of the Club Nationals. Kaylee Meyer, has to play a run back. She does get rid of one of the Conrad stones. Conrad is sitting 1 behind cover. Asking her vice skip Laura Fisher to draw down to their own. Freeze it if she can. Oh, thank you. I'm getting text messages. I got my commentator that's going to be helping me out with the evening games, giving me some pointers. So it does sound like Pelletier is her married name, so it sounds like we have the right person. So thank you, Jake, for chiming in. I got a question. How's the service today, Niles? I guess I don't really get that question, so please detail that in the chat. Sarah Guam setting up as the vice skip for Yaple. I do have a note here. Sarah Guam skipped her own team to a 4th place finish at the 2019 Club Nationals. So now the vice skip with Haley. I do believe I saw the patch on her jacket, so I think she is a past champion of this event. Needless to say, the Chicago team has the experience. So playing their own in the top 12 here to run the Conrad stone back in and possibly get a double here. It's going to be close. They do get rid of one of them. Now they have their stones out in front of the house where the Conrad stones are behind the tee line. So Chicago squad chipping away at this end. Yaple with hammer in the first, so Laura Fisher with her second. Asked to draw in front of the tee line, kind of bury behind. Actually, Skipper's got her broom right on the center line. Top 12. So we definitely got some Charlotte people watching. I see a good shot Guam, so good. Nice to see that the fans are cheering on the home team squad. Glad we could bring this coverage to you. Sarah Guam setting up in the hack for her second. Didn't see the shot call, but we'll try to figure it out. Maybe a hit on this back Conrad stone here. Yaple with hammer, so trying to set up a multiple point end here if possible. Sweepers are on it for the curl side. So we have a Myers and a Mayer on Yaple. So I'll have to try to make sure I get those right. Yaple sitting 2 right now with hammer. Will be the first rock we see from Skip. Kristen Conrad skating down, discussing her options with her front end. Looks like she's just going to try to bury around these guards as good as she can. See how she has the ice down now that we've had a first end here. Fresh out of practice, so she should have it pretty close to dialed. Try to get a time on this rock here. The ice makers have had the speed up all weekend, so I would imagine it's consistent with that, around 15 second. Sweepers are not even close, so I'm guessing it's a scotch heavy. 12-2-8, so yeah, she's definitely through with this one. Is she going to get a piece? Nope. So, Yaple. What is she going to do here? She's going to cover the top 12, try to sit 3. There is a port on the outturn side for Conrad to try to get behind those guards, but Yaple trying to take away the intern side. Sit top 12, sit 3. So this will be the first stone we see from Haley. She is yielding 3 patches on her jacket. I just don't have the eyesight anymore to read the patch, but I see a 3-peat on her sleeve. A good Guam dam shot. I like it. Yep. So Haley out of the hack with her first. Sweepers are jumping it. They're asking for top 12. Sweepers are going for Wade. It's not the end of the world if she throws a guard here. It at least plugs the port. She is sitting with hammer sweepers, are carrying this rock beautifully. It is going to wreck on the top 12. So, Kristen Conrad does have an out here if she can bury behind that wall. Is she looking at maybe, I think she's looking at maybe tapping the Yaple stone that she just threw and promoting her own? We'll see what they come up with. Little discussion. Good time to remind you, both teams do have thinking time. This is an 8-end game. Both teams are allowed 30 minutes thinking time. Looks like they're calling for the draw. Straight draw around the guards. So a good opportunity to shrink the scoring zone here. Her last stone was definitely on the heavy side, so let's see if she can make the adjustment. There's not much broom for how much curl I've been watching in this ice, so we'll see if they know something I don't. And of course, like we were talking yesterday, you know, the handle can dictate how much you take too. If she's heavy on her handle, she doesn't need as much ice. So Kristen Conrad, skip for Team Conrad out of Grand National Curling Club in Charlotte, North Carolina, out of the hack with her last in the first, staring down 2 Yaple stones. It's definitely gonna be through the house, so I think she was playing a hit on that. She was trying to promote her own and she just flashed it out wide. So the Chicago Curling Club gifted an early gift here, an opportunity to get a 3 in the first end. Haley was a little light on her last stone. Let's see if she makes the adjustment. Front end is communicating with Haley. I think they are letting her know the exact speed, so she should have this pretty well dialed in. So good news for everybody that has been tuning in for these games. I will have help tonight, which is very more entertaining. And who knows, we might have a beer or two. And then, of course, it gets even a little bit better when that situation comes into play. But doing the best I can by myself. It is only so much you can say. And she rips it in there for a 3. Looked like she drew right to the back 4, so Haley has her drawaway dialed in. Chicago up to a 3-0 lead after 1. We'll see you at the beginning of 2. Second end action, live in Chaska. I'm Niles Lewin. We're at the 2026 Women's Club National Championship. We are in the third draw. Team Conrad out of the Grand National Curling Club looking for their first win, looking to draw up a win. Taking on the sharp team out of Chicago Curling Club, Team Yaple. We got the first stones out of hand. We got a nice corner guard set up for Team Conrad. Carrie Myers out of the hack with the Manitoba tuck, nice and low. Dragging behind the stone, making sure it's on line. Sweepers are on it. Looking to set a guard and needs to curl, which it is. It's looking like a beautiful stone now. So they completely cover their stone in the top 8. Job well done for Carrie Myers in her second end. Beautiful pair of rocks. Madeline. Oh, now I'm going to have to bring up the text. I didn't write down her name. Pelletier. Madeline Pelletier, the first for Team Conrad, with her second. See if she can bury behind her guard. She threw a wonderful guard with her first. It's really curling on her. Yeah, good pair by both leads. So we have a good setup to this end. Right on the tee line. It looks pretty buried to me. Like I've been saying all day, I am sitting at an angle, so my angles are a little off. So I'm getting chat here. I'm saying Guam, right? It's Guam. Is that right, Jake? Your text doesn't make sense. Like I say, please help me with the names because I've been chopping names this whole tournament. By the end of it, I'm going to know everybody's name. So Yaple, able to chase the Conrad stone. They deliver. Kaylee Meyer with a gem, and she almost keeps her shooter. So job well done. Chicago Curling Club looking sharp in the first 2 ends here. Conrad looking to move some granite. They don't want to ignore the Yaple stones. Rock is out of the hand. It's holding on as much as they can, and they end up flashing. Just skirted both of them. Figured if she wasn't going to get the first, she was going to get the second. So Yaple set up here. She's going to pack another one in the middle. Writing down a couple notes here. Pelletier. Gone. So we're struggling along here. We are in the second. We are into the second stones. Kelly Meyer. Sweepers are acting like it's heavier than they want. So they are definitely on a plan B situation. Skipper's thinking about it right now, looking at the angles. So they do get by. She's going to bury it in the back 12 here. Yep, so now they're going to bury it and let it finish. So a little heavier than they were expecting, but it is lined up in a row, so tough to get to. Conrad's going to go to the peel game. This is the second from Julianne Delabovi. So makes up for her first miss and gets the peel. That's what the skipper asked for, so job well done. Vice skip for Yaple, Sarah Gom, skating down to the hack. Just go with Maddie. I like it. So Madeline goes by Maddie, so we're going to make that adjustment. See? You learn so much as the chat goes on and as the draw goes on. I actually feel closer to these teams by the end of these games. So we got Maddie Pelletier, but we're gonna just go with Maddie, so I must be chopping her last name. So Sarah Gom with her Manitoba tuck out of the hack. Sweepers are indicating it's a Scotch heavy. They're definitely on a plan B. They're sweeping to move that yellow and swing their own to the center. So Kristen Conrad looking to hidden roll under those guards off to the corner. So maybe a situation to set up a multiple point end here. Team Conrad out of North Carolina. I think I had a couple notes about this squad. They are the first team out of the Grand National Curling Club to qualify for the Club Nationals. So that's pretty exciting for the club to be rooting on the first team. And it sounds like they actually secured their spot beating a past club national champion. Suri Politano chopped her name, keeping it consistent at least. So the hit was made. They do lose their shooter off to the side. Haley and Kristen are both talking over whether the rock hit the sideline. It looks like it did, so that rock is out. Yaple looking to bury behind the red here in the middle. Yaple sitting one. Conrad with hammer has a wide open into or out turn draw if she needs. The second from Sarah Gom. Her nice delivery, right on point. No adjustment needed. Hit her line perfect. Really needs to curl. Got a lot of room. Haley wants it on the top 8 center line. Oh man, it's really coming in though. Nice. Nice curl. Almost going sideways here at the end. Holy buckets. Really curled. So top 12. Yaple sitting 2. Representing the Chicago Curling Club. Doing that club proud right now. Up to a 3-0 lead after 1. Hanging a 3 with hammer. Laura Fisher, the vice skip for Team Conrad, asked to play a hidden roll. She is going to hit and stick. Maybe they were looking for the double there. Ended up just getting the top 12 out, so they do have one in the house. Yaple sitting 1. Going to play a hidden roll on this Conrad stone. So we're going to do a quick glance at the other scores around here just to see if there's any giant first ends. And it does not look to be the case. So I'll try to give an update as we go. We'll let the games progress a little bit. You can always tune into any one of these games. All games are streamed. This is unfortunately the only one with commentary. So if you want to listen to my lovely voice, or if you don't want to, you have options. And like Jake said yesterday, if you want to listen to Sheet 4, you can always hit mute too. So, no, we love having you. It's fun. It's a good opportunity for our club. We love hosting a tournament like this to watch these players and how good they are and the shots they're making. So, Conrad, giving a little gift there. Haley Yaple does hit the stone, but she chips it really thin. Chips the Conrad stone over into the 8-foot. So they are sitting 1. Looking to split the house and sit 2. Yeah. Yep, I like that call. If you make the shot, you sit 2, and Haley Yaple has nothing she can do except for go after one of them. The other option is if you hit the Yaple stone in the back, but that gives her something to freeze too. So I don't mind this call as long as you make it, right? We'll try to get a time on this rock. Look like they're calling to keep it even with her others. So top 4, 14-6, somewhere around there, I'm thinking. A little discussion, a little laugh. Keeping it loose on Team Conrad. I like to see it. Skipper not distracted at all. He gives a good laugh and instantly to her delivery. Rock is out of the hand. She has been a little heavy on some past draws here. Sweepers are acting like it's heavy. Now they're on it, so that's a good sign. Off 14-4-7. It should be close. Did they overdraw or did they over curl? I think they did. So if Yaple can get to that shot stone, they'd be sitting 2. Be a force situation. From my angle, it doesn't look like they have much, but without hesitation, they're acting like they can see a lot of that stone. So Saragam is set up, it looks like, for maybe a control hit weight. Haley Yaple skates down to the hack. Someone get Coach Deb a drink. I like it. We should. What does she drink? Nice. Stone is out. Sorry, I was getting caught up reading the chat there a little bit. I'd love to see the chatter. Keep it up. Ooh, Haley wrecks on the guard. This is a situation turned out to be a 3 for Conrad. So folks in Charlotte, North Carolina, clink the glasses, get excited. She has an opportunity to tie up the game after 2. What a turn of events there. Haley Yaple was going to just sit 2, and she wrecks on the guard and gives Kristen Conrad a perfect opportunity to tie this game. So I guess main object, get rid of the Yaple stone. The best goal is to keep your shooter, right? Don't want to lose your shooter. So stone is on its way. It looks to be on a good line. Sweepers are staying close. Curl side is on. They want it to curl. They are going to get rid of the stone and get their 2. Are they going to stick for a 3? I think they are. So look at that, a turn of events. It's a early game, so it's no big deal for the Chicago Curling Club. You got a lot of time left, but awesome for the Conrad squad out of North Carolina. We will catch you in the 3rd. We got a 3-3 game after 2. We are back in the third end, going away from the Crooked Pint with a great game set up here with a 3-3 tie. Both teams with hammer able to hang a 3. It's like exactly what I was watching this morning. It was the same way the morning game started out for the men's. Both teams able to hang a 3 with hammer. See where this goes. We got Maddie in the hack. Maddie the lead for Team Conrad. So I did have a comment from one of the viewers asking if maybe one side of the sheet's curling more than the other. I'll keep an eye on it. It's tough for me to read ice when I'm doing the commentary. It seems kind of weird to say that because I'm watching every shot, but now that you say that, I will keep an eye on it. I can tell you from my view, looking away from Crooked Pint on the intern side, it is really swinging. So on the pillar side, and just watching that rock out of Team Conrad's hand, it was swinging on that side. So my gut tells me it's pretty consistent on both sides. Just it is that 4 to 4.5 feet curl, and it all depends on the handle. The teams that throw more handle are not getting as much curl, but they are swinging at the end. So that's the best ice read I can do. That's your ice read moment of the day. Regardless, the ice crew doing a heck of a job here for Chaska, keeping this ice consistent. Speeds have stayed consistent throughout all the games. Definitely have seen a reoccurring theme of the fifth end being a little quicker after the mop, but it seems like that ice speed is not breaking down with the games. So Conrad going after the Yaple stone off into the 12-foot wing. We are already into the second stones. Julianne Delabovi looking to hit and stick. She does hit, but she loses her shooter. So the Chicago Curling Club, Kaylee Meyer, has to play a little hit and roll on the Conrad stone. Just kind of chip it out and roll her shooter into the top of the house if possible. Kaylee Meyer out of the hack. I will say for the Chicago squad, you can tell they put their practice time in. All of them have wonderful deliveries and they're right on line. It doesn't seem like any adjustments needed. Fun to watch. So beautiful shot there by their second, Kaylee Meyer. Not able to get her shooter to roll in, but it's exactly what their skipper asked her to do. So great shot. Julianne Delabovi with her second here in the third, with her sharp, hot pink Nike Jordans made into curling shoes. So a lot of swag, a lot of custom shoes in this tournament. Rock is on the way. Scrub is on. They are sweeping hard for line, it looks like. Oh, and they just flash by. So a nice soft weight takeout, but just flashes by the Chicago stone. So good opportunity for Haley Yaple to call a peel here. Just get rid of the Conrad guard. Kaylee Meyer, we've seen her throw some takeouts already in this game, so we know she likes this shot. Nice strong push out of the hack. Rock should curl right here, which it is. It's really moving on him. Beautiful roll, perfectly executed. Nice pair of stones for Kaylee in the third. So we'll see the first stone for Laura Fisher here, vice skip for Team Conrad out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Bringing up the chatter. Yeah, you know, we tried to build a little, try to build it up a little bit. She's out of the hack. Rock is out of the hand. Stone is on its way. Sweepers are close. Keep it moving. It looks like they're scrubbing a little bit, not overly digging. Now they are. Skipper wants it carried as far as they can. This will be top 8 from my view. So good scrub on the front end there. Saragam set up in the hack. Looking for a little control, maybe a bumper weight hit here. A little soft weight. Comes out in her tuck position. Perfectly on line. Sweepers are going hard. Haley's screaming for line. It's curling on her. Are they going to wreck on theirs, or the sweepers kept it there? Just skirts the guard. Gets the Conrad stone out. So beautiful shot by Sarah. I think I mentioned it earlier. Sarah, I believe, skipped her own team to a 4th place finish at the 2019. So definitely not a stranger to a big event. Beautiful shot there. Beautiful sweep. Wonderful team shot out of the Chicago Curling Club. Laura Fisher with her 2nd in the 3rd. Looking to play a hit. Looks like she's got her line. Oh, they're scrubbing to keep the line though. She is going to get the hit. It might be a nice roll too. Ends up hitting a little thin, loses her shooter. So, let's see if Team Yaple can bury one behind their guards here. That's exactly what she's going to ask Sarah to do. Looking at this in-turn draw. Kaylee Meyer discussing with Sarah. They got a good plan together here. Sarah's out of the hack. Stone is out of the hand. Sweepers are staying close. They are going. Weight's close. Sweepers are trying to drag it, so it might be a little light. Line's looking nice. They're keeping it straight. Now bury it. Yep. Now they're going just Kaylee on the curl side. So they do bite the 12. Yaple is sitting one with 2 corner guards. Conrad looking to remove the Yaple stone. Yaple's got some corner guards, possibly produce a skip deuce. Otherwise, we may be looking at a blank end here, and we'll see what happens. There are some guards. Kristen Conrad out of the Grand National Curling Club, representing the curling club's first ever club national representative. The scrub is on. Sweepers are hard. She does get rid of the Yaple stone, and on top of it, she clears the other Yaple stone out of the house. So, job well done. There is a corner guard there for Haley to try to get her skip deuce here. So the Chicago club always had those corner guards out there, wondering if they could utilize them. They were trying to get some behind it, and it might come up to the skipper to actually use them. So let's see if Haley can dig this right under their guard and make it hard on Conrad to get rid of it. So we are into Chicago skip stones here. Haley pushing out of the hack. Stone is on the way. I got a good hog time there. Let's see if I can catch the far side. Sweepers are close. I think they like the weight. Maybe a little heavy. Sweepers do not want to touch it. 14-15, so it's going to be back 8. Did overbury too, so it is exposed on that out-turn side. Kristen Conrad's asking her front end how much of the stone they can see. They could ignore that and just follow it down, and that would eliminate the Yaple stone instead of trying to. They are going to play a hit here. Chat, what do you like on this shot call here? Light it up. They're going with the hit. The other options, you can follow the Yaple stone down. If they get this hit and stick, job well done. If they hit and lose the shooter, then they give Haley Yaple a freebie. See a line maybe they didn't try in practice. So the last stone for Kristen Conrad in the third. Little control hit. Stone is out of the hand. The triple is always there. I like it, yeah. Hit, hit, hit. Yep, so there you go. And she does it. She sticks around. Job well done. And it is pretty well buried. I think it's safe to say the force is on. So Conrad does their job in the third, forces team Yaple to throw a draw here. Third end, she has thrown some draws in the game, so I do feel confident that she's gonna find her draw weight here. So here is the hammer in the third. Haley Yaple. Rock is out of the hand. Sweepers are jumping it. They are not scrubbing hard, so they like the weight. All right, now they're digging a little bit. All they got to do is grab an 8-foot, bite the 8, and it's good enough. It's there. Nice job to Haley. Nice draw. Ends up going right to the tee line, so nice draw away for Haley. We got a 4-3 game. Team Conrad forces the Chicago Curling Club team in the third. Yaple up 4-3 over Conrad. I'm telling you, this could be deja vu, folks. If anybody watched the morning game that I did the broadcast on, we're starting exactly the same way that game did. Both teams able to hang a 3 with hammer, and then we have a force in the third. We'll see what happens here in the fourth. I sure hope it doesn't go to a force, because then we might have some weird things going on. So we are into the fourth end. Conrad scrubbing hard. We may have a hog stone here. Are they going to get it over? Maddie Pelletier with a hog stone on her first one. I didn't see the shot call. Now, to her defense, if it was a 1 call, those are tough to throw. But regardless, I'm kind of having fun with it because I can see the smiles on Team Conrad. So I'm kind of joking, but we all do it. So Team Yaple with their second from their lead, Carrie Myers. I always got to look down because there's a Myers and a Mayer. Carrie Myers with her second stone. So set up the angles. She's right on the center line. No tick play in play. So you cannot tick that center line guard until the 5th stone has been thrown. Conrad throwing a corner guard. Pretty loose team. They have a lot of smiles on their face. They're having a good time. You can definitely tell that. So that's always fun to watch. A team that plays loose like that. Making good shots here. Hailing out of the Grand National Curling Club. So they want this rock to curl. They asked for a corner guard. It's kind of hanging on that center line. Here it goes. Job well done by Julianne Delabovi. I take that back. We are still on Maddie's stone, so good job, Maddie. Got that guard set. Hopefully they can get something behind it by the end of the end here, huh? By the end of the end. Haley Yaple looking to send Kaylee Meyer draw right behind their own here. Get behind their center blocks there. Nice little walls built up. Beautiful delivery, right on point. I'm standing right behind Haley, so I got a good line on that, and she drilled her broom, so nice delivery. Like I said earlier, you can tell they put the work in. Scotch heavy, sweepers do not want to touch it. Conrad hard, I think she is going to get it through. So there you go. With the hog rock for Team Conrad, they just got the gift with the Kaylee Meyer stone drifting through the house. So Conrad with hammer in the fourth here, looking to hang a 2 if they can. Rock is out of the hands, scrubbing, and they are off, so it might be close. I think it is. So they peel the top stone of Yaple's. Yaple is sitting 1 in the top 12. She's looking to just close the port on the center line. Conrad's stone from Laura did roll to a nice spot. She is sitting right, I'm sorry, that was Julianne. Sitting right in front of the Yaple stone, so she can always use that later in the end. So Haley changed her shot call, and I didn't see it. So she's playing off the corner guard, it looks like. Yep, looking to curl. So looking to hit that corner guard and roll under their own. Look at that. Didn't roll under, but now Yaple sitting 2. Yep, she looked back she was expecting to kind of roll under, and she looked back with a little surprise to her sight that she bumped her other red out to the wing there. So last night, if you were listening, we had a special guest. We had Danny Casper jump in with us for an end yesterday, which was awesome. How fun was that? Danny Casper hanging out at the club all day for the most part yesterday. Saw him and Taylor Anderson. Heidi, I think it is. Sorry for botching your name. I always know you as Taylor Anderson, but they were both hanging out at the club all day yesterday. That was fun to see. Kind of talking curling. I'm sure a little bit kind of fun when you get to watch curling and you're not in the event. So big shout out to Danny Casper. Thanks for jumping in on the broadcast last night and answering some fun questions. So it sounds like we got some Chaska guys maybe chiming in. Always uphill heading towards the glass. Yeah, well, actually, I might take that back because I guess from my knowledge from Chaska, we always feel like it's faster coming back to the pint. So Sarah Gom out of the hack with her Manitoba tuck. Scrubbers are scrubbing away. They are going to remove their back, so Conrad Stone jams on the Yaple Stone. Conrad with a, I want to say that's a biter. Yes, definitely they're sitting 2 now. So split in the house. Kristen Conrad sitting nice in the 4th. A little change of events in this end. So her vice skip, Laura Fisher, is out of the hack with her first in the 4th end. We do have a break after this end. Get a little mop and I do think they pebbled a sliding pass. So Conrad looking to put another rock in the house. They crash on their top 12 yellow, so they are sitting 2. Haley Yaples eyeing up the double here. Sarah Gom set up in the hack with her second. So I think she tapped kind of in the middle of her abdomen, which I want to say is control. I think she's looking control weight. Get rid of the top 8 stone. If you double it up, that's a bonus. I think that's her call. So they're looking to curl. It's got a curl. It's really got a curl. Nope, now they're going straight. So they're on a plan B here. Maybe a thin double. So they do. That rock just kind of hung on Sarah there. So I don't know if it was the ice or the weight. I think the weight was a little up for what they were asking. So she's hanging her head, but she gave her skip kind of a disgust look, but Chicago playing tough right now, so nothing to hang your head up about. So we got Laura Fisher, vice skip for Team Conrad out of North Carolina, set up for her second in the 4th. Throwing a good game thus far. Rock is on its way. Sweepers are eyeing it anxiously. They don't want to jump it because it's heavy. But good news is they're using their own as a backing. Team Conrad sitting 2. Is the double lined up now? Nose hit maybe. Haley Yaple hailing out of the Chicago Curling Club. Has a 3-peat patch for National Club Champions on her sleeve. I don't know the exact years, and I wish my eyes were better so I could read that. I want to say the patch I was reading was a 2018. Anybody from the Chicago Club tuning in with any insight on their past championships, that would be awesome if you can tune in. So we are, yeah, we're saying I do think the curl is harder towards the sheet 5, which would, yeah, I guess it's definitely swinging that way, 100%. Rock is out of the hand for Haley Yaple. following the rock all the way down the sheet. She's watching closely. It must be good. Are they trying to get a double here? So she does get the double on the Conrad stones. Beautiful shot by the skipper. It's the reason she's got those patches on her arm. Beautiful shot. Conrad looking at playing a hit on the Yaple stone, so we may be setting up for a blanker here in the fourth. We will see what Kristen Conrad decides to play, if she gets her point or if she wants to take the blank. Broom is down by vice skip Laura Fisher. Kristen Conrad in the hack, knows the assignment. Here she comes with her first in the fourth. Rock is on its way. Sweepers are staying close. They need some curl. They are asking for curl. They might lose their shooter. I think they're going to get the rock. So will it corkscrew back in the last second? Ooh, it wanted to. It does not. So Yaple has a stone to bury behind. She could put together a steal here if she puts this in a good spot. Good news for Team Conrad is their guard is a tight guard, so it's not a far run back if they have to play that. So, change of events here. I thought maybe Conrad was looking at a multiple end here. Looks like Team Yaple can put the heat on, possibly get a steal. If not, put the force on. So Haley Yaple with her first stone throws a beaut, gets the double takeout, put herself into the situation. We are into the skips last stones. Team Conrad with hammer. This is Haley Yaple's last stone in the fourth. Sweepers think it's heavy. She's coming off of a hit. Sweepers do not want to touch it. Starting to curl, so I think it's coming down. Laura Fisher's going to get on this hard. She might be able to get this through the house. She does, so blank end here in the fourth, I'm assuming. Well, maybe not. They might take their point. Oh, better yet, she's going to play the tick here. Try to get her two. I like it. It's a good call. So, Kristen Conrad trying to play a tick on their top 12, see if they can get a 2 out of this. Worst comes to worst, they get their 1. So here we are with the hammer in the fourth, going into the fourth end break. Kristen Conrad trying to play a tick for 2, take a 1-point lead. It looks wide, so the tick is out of play, and it looks heavy. So we are going to have a blank end here, I think. I think this rock is going through the house. So Sarah's going to lightly scrub, which we do. We end up with a blank in 4. Team Conrad retains the hammer in the 5th. We got a 4-3 game. Chicago Curling Club Team Yaple on top, 4-3. We'll see you after the fourth end break. We have the 1 minute call on the feature sheet. Sheet 4 will be back to live action. It's a good opportunity to go through all the other scores around the club. So let's start on sheet 6 since sheet 1 is still in the fourth end. Sheet 6, we have the Thangadurai taking on Team Podal, out of Fargo. And it looks like we have a Thangadurai lead 3-2 after 4. Sheet 5, we got the Berg, the Bemidji team. Go Minnesota. The Bemidji team, the young team out of Bemidji, taking on Team Mazur out of Anchorage, Alaska. And it looks like Team Berg is up to a 4-2 lead in that one. Of course, we have our feature sheet that everybody knows if you've been watching the Conrad Yaple game. Sheet 3, DiBaggio out of Ohio and Mariano out of Seattle. We have a good one over here on sheet 3. It's a 2-2 game after 4. On sheet 2, we have the Detroit team, Turbo, taking on the Chaska Club team, Jeannot, with the Chaska Club team up to a lead in that game, 5-1 after 4. And then finally over on sheet 1, we have a 6-1 game with Team Walsh out of San Francisco taking on Team Roth, with Roth up 6-1 after 4. Got to call the Roth team last night. Very strong squad, obviously led by two-time Olympian Nina Roth. So just seeing that name, you know you're in for a tough draw when you're lined up against the Roth squad. So they, so far, out of all the games, out of the 3 games I've watched, they have pretty commandingly won all of their games. So that's a team to watch. The U18 team here over from Bemidji, Berg team, I haven't been able to watch them too much. They've been kind of away from sheet 4, so nice to see them over on sheet 5. I've been kind of watching them. It looks like they are a sharp and well-practiced team, so I think I call their game next tomorrow, so that will be an exciting one. We're already into the 5th here. Conrad retains hammer with the blank in the 4th. Conrad out of the Grand National Curling Club in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. First squad to come out of that regional play down. Try to figure out what regional play down that is. I think I got the notes here. I don't know what association or what playdowns Conrad had to play through to get here, but I do know it's the first squad out of that curling club to be represented. And of course the Chicago Curling Club, been around for quite a while. A little tidbit on their club, it's pretty funny. There's a 4-sheet club built in the 1930s. Funny story is when the club opened, the Stones did not arrive from Scotland in time for the grand opening. So they actually borrowed their rocks from the Wauwatosa Curling Club in Wisconsin. And the first rocks were thrown out of the Chicago Curling Club New Year's Day, 1949. Thank you, Jacob Westman, for digging up some of that. Some of those facts for the Chicago squad. Yaple is sitting 3 here in the 5th. Conrad with hammer. Let's see, the Grand National Curling Club. Let's go into them a little bit. Started in 1867. Jeez, that is something else. 1867. Over 7,000 member curlers are actively helping out other clubs from the ground floor up. I'm reading that from a text, so I don't know if that made exact sense, but really interesting. Over 7,000 members. That's insane. So the rock is out of Julianne Delabove's hand. We are in the 5th end. She's able to get rid of one of the Yaple stones, loses her shooter in the process. We're into Kaylee Meyer stones. I did get in the chat. Team Yaple is the twice national champions. They won this in 2025, and it says, oh, okay. They're predicting that they're going to win in 2026. You almost got me. I was about to read that. So last year's champions. Look at that. You would think there would be like a big headline like, hey, reigning champions. So as long as the chat is correct, it sounds like we do have the reigning champions on sheet 4. Team Yaple is sitting 3. Conrad with hammer. Della Bovi with her hot pink Nikes on. Left-hander out of the Grand National Curling Club. Asked to throw an in-turn. Rock is out of the hand. Sweepers are looking for some curl. She is going to get rid of the Yaple stone on the top 12. Is she going to keep her shooter? Haley's hard on the scrub. Haley Yaple's able to get that stone out of the house, so Sarah Gom is going to be asked just to draw 3 into the rings here. She's got her low top Converse shoes on. Out of the hack. Tuck position. Rock is out of the hand. So there was some clarification. Thank you on the Yaple clarification. U.S. Women's CA bonspiels, the U.S. Women's Curling Association bonspiels, 2025-2026. Absolutely great accomplishments for Team Yaple. Looked like a polished squad out of the Chicago Curling Club. Sitting in control here in the 5th, although Conrad does have hammer. Laura Fisher is signaling that the rock is heavy. Looking for it to curl, which might reiterate the fact that it's heavy. Are they going to get a piece of the Yaple stone and they skirt past it, and Haley's able to sweep that stone right to the back of the house. So Sarah's asked to throw another one in the house here to sit 4. Team Yaple is up into a nice control posture here in the 5th, coming off of a blank in the 4th. Yaple with a 1-point lead. All the other games are underway into the 5th. All games are being streamed live on the Chaska YouTube curling channel. Feel free to bounce around and check out some of the other scores. Right now we got a good one on sheet 4 between the Chicago squad and North Carolina squad. Scrubbers are on this. They're trying to get pain if they can. They want to sit 4. Why not? And they do scrub it all the way to bite that top 12. Laura Fisher a little heavy on her last one. Skip Kristen Conrad calls a hit and roll under. Control weight, I'm guessing. We'll try to get a time on here. A little 10-second hit. Maybe even a little less than that. 10.5. Laura Fisher's out of the hack. Stone was on the way. I don't think I got a good time on that. I think it's over curling. They really got to keep this straight. A good scrub by Maddie on the front end there, though. I think she is on. She doesn't. Once again, my angle here that I'm sitting has tricked me. I thought they were going to get a piece of it. So they missed, so Haley Yaple's going to throw another one in here. Sit 5. Got to be somewhat careful here. You don't want to go too deep behind the center guard to give something to Conrad to come down to follow. I didn't see the shot call. They might be just, my guess would be they're just going top 12 here. Trying to cover up that out-turn draw. Haley Yaple stepping into the hack. Haley out of the hack, right on her line. Sarah's wondering, is it heavy, is it light? They're looking for top 8 to just take away the draw path for Conrad, who does have hammer in the 5th here. Over curls a little bit more than they wanted. It does give Kristen a path to get to the 4-foot. She's gonna use her first one in here, try to clear out some of this center stuff. Try to give herself a better shot on her second one. So Kristen skates down, talks over her shot with the front end. Maddie and Julianne. Laura Fisher on the far end holding the broom. Kristen Conrad ready to go. She's able to remove one Yaple stone, so Yaple is sitting 4. Didn't really open her draw up on the in-turn side. She still does have an out-turn draw, which I think Haley's going to take that away from her right now. So this Kristen Conrad's going to be facing a tough draw here regardless in the 5th. She's going to be staring down a bunch of red stones, and she's not going to have much to draw to. Haley taking away the out-turn side, so there will be an in-turn draw to maybe bite some 4-foot, but it's going to be a tough get regardless because you're going to be facing down a bunch of stones on the Yaple side. So last rock in the 5th end for the Chicago squad. Sweepers are staying close. Now they're sweeping for curl. Might be a little heavier than they wanted. Fact that they want it to curl. This might actually go into the back. Now they're sweeping to carry it as far back as they can. So Kristen can follow that same exact line, which they are going to do. She just watched it curl. Let's see if Kristen's draw weight's dialed in. Try to get a time on this. Kristen Conrad with the hammer in the 5th. Drawn against 5. Team Yaple out of the Chicago Curling Club with a 4-3 lead. After a 5th end blank, we are in the 6th end. A 4th end blank, we are in the 5th end. I knew I said that wrong. Takes a little bit for my brain to factor in. Getting a little fatigued here. It's the 6th draw in a row that I've called. So forgive me. So, rock is thrown. They get the hit, they get the stick, they get their 1 point. We got a tie game after 5. Conrad forced in the 5. We'll be back with Team Yaple in the 6 with hammer. We're into the 6N, live from Chaska, Minnesota. I'm Niles Lewin. We are here live for the third draw of the Women's 2026 Club National Championships. First rock out of Team Conrad's Maddie Pelletier drifts to the back 8, biting the back 12, and Team Yaple not going to ignore it. They hit and roll out, so we'll set up for Maddie Pelletier center guard. Got a great game going here on the 4th sheet. 4-4 tie after 5. A lot of good games going around here, looking around the sheets. We have Thangadurai up by 2 on a really tough team out of Fargo, Team Podol. Looks like we got a 4-2 game over there. Thangadurai stealing in the 5th. Nope, sorry, forced in the 5th. They've stolen the 3rd. So nice game over there. On sheet 5, we have the Bemidji Team Berg with a 5-2 lead over Team Mazur out of Anchorage, Alaska. We're back to our feature sheet here. Looks like we're going to have another hit and roll out. So 4 stones already played on the 4th sheet here, banking some time. Some thinking time. Each team allotted 30 minutes of thinking time. Keep an eye over on sheet run, the Roth game. It's still a 6-2 game. Start keeping an eye on these games. Looks like we do have a 5-1 game for the Chaska team over on sheet 2. The Chaska men's team coming off of a big victory this morning, so it'd be nice to see the women follow that up with a victory here. Lori Janot. Over here on the feature sheet, Conrad comes back in the house. Looks like we're going to have another hit here. So open end here in the 6th. Haven't seen much of that on this game. Kaylee Meyer with hers. Nice shot, hits and sticks. So I guess this would be it. Going the way this end is, this is always a good opportunity to go over some of the house housekeeping items. Would like to give a big thanks, big shout out to Stars and Stripes, Ben Hoppy. I've mentioned it a couple times, but he wrote a couple great articles on this tournament, going into this tournament, giving a little background on all the squads that were taking place. And if any of you guys want to read about that, you can find it. It's the Stones and Stripes. You can find it at curlingintheusa.substack.com. Big shout out to Ben Hoppy. I mean, I was trying to do all my research on these teams, and then poof, 2 days before the event, he drops this awesome article with a bunch of background on these guys. So we obviously are learning more about these squads as the tournament goes on with the chat, the YouTube chat. So thank you to everybody chiming in on that. Big shout out to the city of Chaska. Thank you for having this club. Big shout out to the ice crew for doing what they do. Big shout out to all the volunteers that are running the clocks right now, all the USA curling judges. So, you know, the list goes on and on.
Big shout out to Niles Loon for sitting here
and
calling all these games.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I think we enjoy it. We love our club. We try to highlight our club and the fact that we get this tournament here. We want to at least bring some commentary. I'm sure my wife is just loving the fact that I'm gone all day, but good news is we're going to Texas for a week next week, so we'll have plenty of family time to get made up. So Adam Poley, he, of course, announced with me last night, does the ice here at Chaska. Sitting down, maybe give some insight in this end. Picked a quick one too, because it's open end. Anybody in the chat want to give Adam any questions here? We Adam's the one that landed the Casper interview last night. He hinted, he's like, do you want me to try to get a guess? It's like, absolutely. I figured you're going to come back with Taylor.
No.
And he comes back with Danny. So that was pretty fun.
Nice of him to do that.
Yeah. And then, so I botched her name again. Taylor Anderson.
Heidi.
I want to say Heed.
Yeah,
Heidi. Taylor Anderson Heidi, which I met her husband right before they went off to the Olympics. And he seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
So
Great golfer.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's a
like a
curler too,
+1.
is he?
No, he's just starting to new.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I figured he was.
No, he's just picking it up.
He was here practicing with Taylor, so
Yeah.
looks like a golfer, which, you know, you can commonly mistake curlers and golfers. A lot of curlers are golfers, so.
We got a good game here, huh?
I suppose, yeah, it's been a good one. I suppose he's Tasca Town Course frequently, or?
Hazeltine.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, he's a +1, +2.
Jeez,
He's really, really good.
at the club.
I think he won the club championship this last year.
Really?
I swear. I believe
Wow.
he did, yeah.
Taylor. Picking, yeah, jeez.
Athletes,
Married to
you
the
know, they
club
stick
champion.
together.
Yeah, no kidding. Athletes do it. So, Laura Fisher, vice skip for Team Conrad. Conrad does flash. Yaple's sitting 3 with hammer. Everything is behind the tee line. They're going to ask her vice skip, Sarah Gom, to come in here. So we do have a past champion here on the Yaple's team, filling Adam in, out of Chicago Curling Club.
Okay.
And then the Conrad team here out of Grand National, which is Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
First squad ever from the club.
Nice.
I was reading about the association, 7,000 plus members
Wow.
in the Grand National Curling Association. So Sarah Gom released the rock and she's laughing. It's obviously heavy. But she was,
back 8.
yep, so I think she was kind of laughing in the fact that her draw weight is a little off. Vice skip Laura Fisher looking to sweep it as far back as she can. So, Yaple sitting 4, everything behind the tee line.
Try that hit again.
Yep.
Double here if she gets it at the right angle.
If you wanted to get aggressive, what do you think? You could freeze one of those behind the tee line and force them, shrink it down.
They got 2 rocks left.
I think no. Oh yeah, she does
Yeah.
have 2.
I like going for this double here. If you can get
Sure.
1 for sure, 2 would be great.
What do you think, Chad? Are you out there? Let's see. What are you calling here? Do you get aggressive? Do you freeze, try to shrink the scoring zone on Yaple, or do you play the hit like she is? I don't mind either or. I'm not right, so I'm just asking. So the hit is on. Yaple with hammer in the 6.
This looks nice.
Does look like they're definitely going to get 2 rocks here, which they do. So
Beautiful, and it's going to
and
freeze
it
them.
rolls in a little around the world.
That's outstanding.
Jeez. So there goes to show you the right shot call was made. She made the shot. Yaple sitting 1 with hammer. I got a all right, K Fish. It's good to see. What time is it? Are you on the East Coast or are you watching from Wisconsin?
It's Friday.
It's Friday. It is 1 o'clock. It could be. So I guess it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? I like it. K Fish for chiming in. And maybe you did hear bonspiel because of your follow-up comment there. Curling is easy facing 4. Isn't that the truth? Big shot from Team Conrad. Big shot. Eric chiming in. Big shot, Kristen. K-Fish is chiming in from the moon. Like to hear it.
It's awesome. My kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll get the barley pop strolling in the afternoon here. It did loosen up the commentary for the afternoon and evening draw yesterday, so we'll maybe keep that theme up. Get a little less curling talk, a little more fun. But you know, we got to keep the game going here. So they come up short with Yaples there, so they are just sitting 1 with hammer.
This looks like a freeze call.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yep, so they hit, she takes out a double, goes around the world, spins up to second shot on her first. Now she's looking to freeze down. Kristen skated all the way down, and now her vice skip Laura Fisher is asking, does she like the double, the cross ice double? Looks like, yeah, looks really like a tough one for me. So Kristen, I don't think she's afraid to play these big shots. I think she likes the freeze. She does. What do you? I like
go
the freeze.
Go with your gut. Go with your first instinct.
Yeah. So always a dangerous move as a vice to yell down to your skipper, hey, what do you think about this? But this squad, I will tell you, they play pretty loose. They've had smiles on their face the whole game. Their skipper, Kristen Conrad, has made some shots, so I know the team trusts her. She is out of the hack with her last in the 6th. Looks like it needs to curl a mile.
Should get there.
Oh yeah,
The
line
weight's
is,
right.
Is it a little
Looks
heavy?
a little heavy.
Yep, I think it's heavy.
She might get a tap on this if she can get it over. I think she's going to be wide. She might tap her own stone out.
Oh, oh.
That
So-
may put red back sitting 1 and 2 maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to do. We're gonna do a little monitor here to see. Oh, I screwed it up. Got my iPad set up and I just chopped that. Wish I could figure out how to go full screen here.
Hit this button right down that double arrow.
It just doesn't do it. It's so weird. Get rid of that, maybe?
Hit it again. I thought I saw full screen when you hit that and then. Oh, maybe not.
Well, regardless. I think Yaple's sitting 2. Yep,
Yeah,
I think
they
that.
are.
Yep, I think that top 12 is out counting the back Conrad Stone. So open draw for 3. With a tight game the way it's been, this is a big game changer here. So I was telling the people at home, the men's game, the Chaska game, I'm calling that game. Starts off with hammer team in the first end hanging a 3. Then the other team hangs a 3 with hammer. Then it was a force. Then it was a force. And this game was setting up exactly like that. And then they ended up blanking the fourth. So I was thinking, oh my God, am I going to call the same exact game here?
Sweepers are on it.
They are on it hard. They are not stopping. Oh, here comes Sarah. They're taking all 3 of them.
Can't hurt it. Back 8's fine.
I think they have it, but just for some extra insurance. Nice brushing on the front end for the Chicago squad.
Let's see if that is 3. I think it is. Tough from our angle.
3, yep. So they do agree. 3 for Chicago. They go up 7-4. Are you hanging out? I suppose you're really not supposed to.
Yeah,
Adam,
maybe I got one more end, maybe.
Adam's doing some ice, so he's thanking him for stopping by. But we'll catch you in the 7th here. Take a little break. We'll take advantage of it. Back. We are into the 7th end. We have a little opening in the score. 7-4 lead for the Chicago Curling Club. Haley Yaple and squad.
Good first shot there, putting it in the rings.
Yep. They're going to give Conrad the opportunity to chase it, maybe bait him a little bit.
I think she's just calling for a guard here.
So as you can hear behind us, Crooked Pine is starting to fill up. I would imagine as the weekend goes on here, we are going to see some big crowds here.
Yeah, tomorrow and tonight should be really fun.
I would imagine tonight and tomorrow should be a fun time down here. Come down, Crooked Pine. I know, when are they? They're closing Easter Sunday, right?
Easter Sunday is their
last
last
day. So it's been awesome to have the Crooked Pine down here. I don't know exactly why they're closing it down. I don't
Their
really.
lease ran out.
Okay.
And they decided not to renew it.
Okay.
So now we're going to have Copperfields coming in, who I believe is a sister restaurant.
Okay.
And so they're going to switch things up.
Are they doing some remodeling? Or
Maybe some
maybe
remodeling.
Okay.
We're going to have stadium seating behind the sheets.
Get out of
for
town.
grillers to watch. One of the
No
tables.
way. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no service down here, but go up to the bar, grab
Oh,
whatever you
wow.
want.
That's awesome, folks. Did you hear that? The stadium seating.
Should be nice.
Yeah. If you haven't been to Chaska, the floor-to-ceiling glass is wonderful. And you've always had the opportunity to sit on the glass, but it's for tables, so you got to reserve a table. The stadium seating will be amazing.
Yeah, I think each sheet is going to have its like own little section with some leather benches and.
Sure, all the HP people are just loving that. Like, now we get to practice in stadium seating.
Everybody's watching us.
If you don't know, we do get a lot of the HP. I don't know if we're the home of the HP squad anymore. I think that actually is four seasons.
It is,
last
I think,
year.
4 seasons.
But we still get a lot of the
they practice here a lot.
HPs people because I think they kind of relocated to live close to Chaska. So
yeah,
we're
we
blessed
have
with that.
Year-round ice too.
We're blessed with that. I'm sure they get a little annoyed. But on the other hand, a lot of these guys come in with their jerseys on for practice, so I'm sure they love it too. So
yeah.
you would think if they were maybe going under the radar, they would show up
come
with
out with a
sweatpants.
t-shirt, yeah. They
So
got their names on there.
I'm sure it's fun for them, and it's awesome for us, for members. I have my daughter up here curling, and we'll be up here practicing. We'll be right next to Tara Peterson or Taylor Anderson. Heidi, see, I got it there.
Yep. It's fun how approachable they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ask them questions, they can give you little tips.
I remember when I first did ice here, I did ice for a little hot minute. I think it was about a year.
Yep.
I did ice on Sundays, and it was the first time, I was here by myself. And, at that point, I was pretty polished with what we were doing. And it was just for a Jamie Sinclair at the time. She was the women's skip.
Okay.
They had me get the ice ready for her, and I was all nervous about it. And when I went to shave it, I took a giant shave off of it.
When you nipped it?
And yes, when I went, sorry, not when I shaved. When I went to nip, I took way too much off, and freaking out, like bummed out about it. So I at the time, I think it was Sarah Anderson. I kind of let her know, hey, we had a little heavy nip on here, and we'll see what happens. She skated over right away and was like, oh my God, the ice is so fast. This is great. And I'm thinking, all right, pat on the back. I didn't stick around to watch that pebble get beat down, so I'm sure it lasted about a half hour.
Yep. It was probably good for their practice, but anybody else after that, the rest of the day, was probably wondering why I was so slow.
But I remember Jamie Sinclair, I was so nervous about it. She was, like, you're back to the point that all these athletes are so nice. They really are. They appreciate you for doing ice. And always there to thank you. Fun to see Taylor get on the ice crew, take that step into an athlete. Like I was talking about that yesterday. It's an important thing for a curler to know how to do ice. And I bet you a lot of these guys and women on the elite side probably don't exactly know how to throw a pebble or how much nip you're actually taking.
And how that affects, the pebble size.
Right. Or just knowing that a 3-pass nip or what it does compared to a 2-pass nip. So I think it's pretty cool to see an Olympian out there throwing pebble, and I think it's probably an advantage for Taylor knowing how the ice works like that. So isn't that great? We get a guest commentator in and we don't talk curling at all. We just completely get sidetracked, but we are talking ice, so that's kind of fun too. So we got an end here with both teams with rocks in the house. Team Conrad sitting one with the hammer after giving up a 3 to the polished team out of Chicago. Patches on the sleeves indicating that they are national champions.
Looks like a nice shot.
Yeah. Sarah Gomes, she's been fun to watch this whole game. She has that tuck delivery. I have a little note that she used to skip a team on her own, and she was actually in the club nationals in 2019.
Okay.
With a strong 4th place finish, so got to the medal round.
Love those pink Nikes.
Yeah. Just commenting on that earlier, yeah.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. Seen some really custom shoes in this event. In the men's game I was calling earlier from the Wauwatosa, he actually had 8th rock written on the back of his shoes. The skipper did.
Nice.
God, that was a game. I don't know if you were watching it, but we had an instance in the 7th end where their sweeper, the sweeper for the Wauwatosa team fell.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that?
I did see it. Yeah, I was standing back there watching.
Such a hard thing to call for both teams. I was actually talking with Patrick Young from the Caldwell team afterwards, and they absolutely called it the right way, because when I was watching the replay, it was so hard to see where that rock was going to end up. Sure. He fell over the rock, he hit the rock forward, and they ended up burning the rock, and I think that was the right call. I mean, I guess
it's just unfortunate it happened.
It's so unfortunate. Right, because it was close regardless. I was hoping that it was clear as day, like, oh yeah, the rock's top 4. Sure. It wasn't the case.
Sure.
Watching the replay, it was like I couldn't make the decision whether that rock was going to beat it. So, unfortunate for Wauwatosa. I know they were looking to get that win. Host team Caldwell, they're playing tough, man. I would not be surprised to see the host team make their ways into the finals here. So,
yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Right now, our women's host team, it was up to a big lead, but now it looks like the team, let's see, out of Colorado, let's see, that is the Turbo team. Looks like they put up a nice sixth end there to tie the game up. So, Chaska squad. The Podol team over on 6 is out of Dakota. I was really thinking they were going to be the team to beat. Thangadurai is giving them work today. So 5-2 game over on 6. 2 really polished teams. Yaple sitting 2. Conrad with hammer. Poley doing the stretches. He's got ice to do. So after this, you guys do full shave, full pebble.
Yep, about an hour and a half to try to get it done.
Yeah,
maybe
you
an
guys
hour.
are-
So we got it ready by 3:30.
I helped shovel snow yesterday after the
You did?
first draw.
Nice, thank you.
And I will say, the ice makers, just about the time you guys are nipping, it's about ready for warm-ups.
Yeah,
It is
unfortunately, we can't start until all these games are done.
Right.
So we gotta wait. So hopefully we don't get an extra end anywhere.
With the thinking time, it does pay off. It's nice because it keeps the game somewhat on track. So
Yep. But it is hurry up and go once these games end.
Haley
Sit around and
Yaple.
wait, then hurry up and go again.
Sure, yeah. Haley Yaple out of the hack. She is looking to remove the Conrad stone so Conrad cannot generate a deuce. Jams on her own, but gets them both out. Oh, Conrad sticks around. So Yaple jams on the Conrad stone. Conrad sitting second shot now with an open hit to sit to. So a nice little gift there from Haley. So all the timers are volunteers, but you are an actually city employee on the ice group.
Yep.
So do you get paid while you're waiting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Hey, all pays the same, right?
It does. Mine looks
Yeah,
good.
so Jake, I saw your comment on the Old Rocks, the Chicago Curling Club opening. I actually told the story, but I'll tell Adam too. So they actually, when they opened their club back in the 40s, they didn't. The stones were delayed from Scotland from being delivered, so they actually had to borrow the stones from Wauwatosa just to do their grand opening.
This was back in the 40s?
40s,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool.
That's pretty funny. Probably a ship got delayed somewhere in the Atlantic.
Yeah. That's what we're going to have to do this summer. We're sending our rocks up to get reconditioned.
Oh, we are.
I think we're sending them up in August or September.
Hey,
So I think
that's big news for us Chaska
maybe
grillers.
it's during the brick or the fire and ice, but we're going to have to borrow rocks. I think we're trying to figure out if St. Paul can lend them to us during that time, because I think it's
Wow.
going to take about 5 weeks. I'm
Wow.
not positive on that. Not
So-
positive on that, but
Not that, our rocks are not that old, but the thing that differs our rocks from other clubs is back to the HP athletes. We have the country's finest throwing hits and shots all day long with these rocks. So the hitting bands have kind of worn out on them.
yeah,
so,
they've gotten wide.
Yep.
They're about, I don't know, almost 2 inches wide, it looks like right now.
So is that what they'll do? Is they're gonna refurbish them in the sense?
Yeah, they're going to
Narrow the striking
Exact.
bands.
Yep, and then the running band on the bottom, they'll treat that too.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, we're open 9 a.m. until, there's basically play out here every day from 9 a.m. until 11 at night.
And people don't know this, most clubs close in the summer. Chaska only does not have ice, 5 weeks or
Yeah.
is
3
it
weeks.
5? 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks of the year where that's all we're down, and then they fire up for the fire and ice that starts in July. So
Yeah, these rocks get just a ton of play.
totally. We do have some U.S. stones here in the middle. If you guys are watching, there's a bunch of stones that are packed in the middle of the sheets, and those are owned by the U.S. Curling, and those are here for HP athletes to use. Us club members can't use them.
It'll be fun to see how the new rocks perform.
I can't wait to see the difference.
Nothing but triples from this guy for the rest of the season.
So, big turn of events here. I think we're going to have a steal for Yaple. Kristen,
tapping her own out.
Kristen Conrad. So Yaple made a great hit and roll to roll over to the Conrad Stones, and she flashes out wide. We got an 8-4 game after 7 handshakes are out. We are finalized on sheet 4. Adam stops by and he gets to help me finish off. We are going to be back at 4 o'clock. We got Jake Westman stepping in, which should bring some fun to the commentary. Adam's going to be hanging out, so maybe we can get a 3-way going for one end. I'll restate that because that did not sound too good. A 3-way commentary. Maybe we can get that. We'll be back for the men's draw. Let's give a little scout out. Who am I covering tonight? Covering the Team Rose and Team Bond.
Talk about your violins.
We're wrapping up.
Dan Arleg with us.
Yeah, we got Dan, but Dan is typical, a little shy to the mic, but he's here.
Which is funny.
He's
he
focused
never
on the
stops
ice.
Talking when he's out on the ice with us. Maybe he knows if he opens his mouth that he'll be behind this thing now for the next 20 minutes.
No, he's here to
Telling
do
some good stories.
He's here. He's been focused. He's been doing ice both days. So big thanks to Dan and Adam and crew for stepping up. The ice is looking amazing. We're gonna sign off. This gives me a longer break. I'm gonna run home here.
Yeah, buddy.
And I'll be back for
Get
the
some lunch.
4 o'clock between Rose and Bond. Men's draw number 4 coming up. 4 o'clock, Chaska. Right now, you can tune in on all the other sheets for the remainder. We'll see you later. Peace out. 4 o'clock. Nice. I'm gonna run home.